Imagine this. A 72-year-old gentleman is making his morning tea. The water is warm, the kitchen is quiet, just another peaceful day. But suddenly his left hand slips from the handle, the cup shatters. His mouth begins to droop. He tries to call out, but the words won't come. It took less than 20 seconds. No pain, no warning, and his life forever changed. Strokes don't knock on the door, they don't give you time to prepare. And too often, they steal not just your mobility or your memory, but your independence, your identity, and the person you used to be. Here's a fact that shocks many. 1 in 4 strokes happens during sleep. You go to bed feeling fine. You wake up unable to speak, or worse, unable to wake at all. And yet, here's the truth most doctors don't have time to tell you. Over 80% of strokes are preventable. Not with expensive pills, not with late-night panic, but with small, daily choices, many of which take less than 5 minutes. And that's exactly what this video will show you. This isn't a generic health talk. It's a survival guide, crafted for those over 65 who want to keep their minds sharp, their hearts steady, and their lives fully their own. You'll learn the real reasons strokes happen, the habits that silently raise your risk, and 9 simple things you can start doing today to protect your brain, your blood, and your future. If you care about your clarity, your freedom, and the people who love you, stay with us. The next few minutes might save your life. Before we dive in, let me make one thing clear. Stroke prevention isn't about overhauling your life. It's not about giving up everything you enjoy or buying expensive gadgets you'll never use. It's about making smarter, smaller choices, one habit at a time. Each of the 9 habits we're about to explore takes just minutes a day, but could dramatically lower your stroke risk, improve your energy, and sharpen your focus. Some of them may surprise you, some may already be familiar, but each one is backed by science, refined by real-life experience, and chosen with one goal in mind: to help you stay in control of your body, your mind, and your future. So take a deep breath. Grab a notebook if you'd like, because what comes next might just change the way you live your next 10 years. Let's begin with something as simple as a glass of warm water. Start your day with warm mineral water. Just 1 glass, but it's the key to keeping your blood from turning into syrup after a night's rest. Every night while you sleep, your body loses water through breathing, skin, and urine. You don't feel it, but when you wake up, your blood is thicker, stickier, and slower moving. Think of it like syrup compared to water. And here's the danger. Thickened blood in the morning is a perfect recipe for trouble. Why? Because it encourages platelets, tiny cell fragments in your blood, to clump together. If they form a clot in the wrong place, especially near the brain or heart, the result can be devastating: a stroke or heart attack. This becomes even more critical after 65, when your insulin sensitivity drops, your liver detox slows, and circulation weakens. The morning hours are a known high-risk window for vascular events. That's why this first habit is so powerful. The solution? Simple, natural, and completely free of side effects. Start each morning with 350 liters of warm water, ideally with 1 slice of pickled lemon, supports electrolyte balance, gently stimulates digestion, or 1 teaspoon of raw organic apple cider vinegar, helps kickstart liver enzymes, balance pH, and slightly thin the blood. Not only does this rehydrate your bloodstream, but it also wakes your digestive system, flushes out overnight waste, and reduces blood viscosity naturally. This is habit number 1 on your stroke prevention checklist, because prevention doesn't start at the hospital. It starts at your kitchen sink. 2. Cut hidden sugar from breakfast. If your breakfast looks like something meant for a toddler, you might be feeding your brain inflammation instead of protection. Take a look at your breakfast table: boxed cereal, instant oatmeal, fruit-flavored yogurt, orange juice. Sounds innocent? Maybe even healthy? Unfortunately, these items are often loaded with hidden sugars, turning your first meal of the day into a silent assault on your blood vessels. Here's why it matters. Refined sugar spikes insulin levels. When that happens, your body launches a cascade of inflammation. The delicate endothelium, which lines your arteries and keeps blood flowing smoothly, becomes damaged. Picture it like a smooth inner pipe now scratched and rough. This injured area attracts platelets, the blood's clotting agents, who rush to patch it up. But in doing so, they can clump into a clot. And if that clot travels to your brain, that's how a stroke begins. The solution starts on your breakfast spoon. Swap sugar-laden options for this simple anti-stroke bowl. Half cup of soaked rolled oats, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, half cup of mixed berries, blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries, 5 raw walnuts. This mix delivers soluble fiber, antioxidants, healthy fats, and natural sweetness, all while stabilizing your blood sugar and calming inflammation. Sugar makes your blood angry, but you can calm it with the first bite of your morning. A study cited by Harvard Health Publishing shows that fiber-rich, low-sugar diets can reduce stroke risk by up to 32%. That's nearly 1/3 of cases, prevented with better breakfast choices. Start with 1 meal. Your brain will thank you. 3. Deep breathing after meals. When your legs are tired, your breath becomes the most powerful blood mover you still have. After a meal, especially one with carbohydrates, your blood sugar naturally rises. In younger bodies, insulin and circulation quickly manage this surge. But after 60, the response slows, allowing blood pressure to spike, insulin to linger, and inflammation to quietly rise. Here's where your breath becomes medicine. Deep, rhythmic breathing after meals isn't just relaxing, it's scientifically powerful. It activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode of your body. When this system is engaged, blood vessels dilate, reducing vascular resistance. Oxygen delivery improves, keeping your brain and heart energized. Blood pressure stabilizes, preventing post-meal spikes. It's like a free blood pressure pill with no side effects, just calm. The technique is simple. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle 10 times, sitting quietly, 10 to 15 minutes after eating. You can do it in your chair, on your porch, even lying in bed. This isn't yoga, it's biology, and it only takes 2 minutes to change your circulatory rhythm. Keywords: healthy aging tips over 60, daily stroke prevention habits. When walking feels like too much, breathing can still move your blood, calm your system, and protect your brain. 1 breath at a time. 4. Prioritize sleep rhythm, the forgotten blood pressure medicine. Did you know that nearly 25% of strokes occur while you're asleep, or right after you wake? Sleep isn't just rest, it's a nightly reset for your heart, your blood vessels, and your brain. But after 65, that reset often fails. Why? Because poor sleep disrupts your body's hormonal orchestra. When your sleep is fragmented or irregular, cortisol, the stress hormone, rises at the wrong times. Your sympathetic nervous system stays activated. Blood pressure doesn't dip as it should at night. Your heart's rhythm becomes erratic, paving the way for atrial fibrillation, a hidden but serious stroke risk. Think of it this way: sleep is your free, natural blood pressure pill, but only if it's deep, consistent, and well-timed. Here's how to reclaim it. Avoid screens and blue light at least 1 hour before bed. They confuse your brain's melatonin cycle. Cut caffeine after 2 p.m. It can linger in your system for 6 to 8 hours, especially in older adults. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your circadian rhythm is like an orchestra. It needs a conductor. Charles, 75, used to drink coffee at 4 p.m. He didn't think much of it until his mornings became dizzy and foggy. He switched to chamomile tea in the afternoon. Within a week, his sleep deepened. The dizziness faded. A quiet, regular bedtime may do more for your heart than any pill on your shelf. 5. Eat to strengthen your liver. Clean blood won't clot the wrong way. If your liver is tired, your blood may be carrying more poison than power, and no one tells you that. We often hear about thinning the blood to prevent stroke, but few talk about cleaning it first. Here's the root truth. Your liver is the body's filtration plant. Every drop of blood passes through it, up to 1.5 liters per minute. When your liver is sluggish, it fails to filter oxidative waste and inflammatory byproducts. The result? Activated platelets without injury, spontaneous microclotting, higher risk of clots in narrow brain vessels, even if you're not bleeding. It's not just about cholesterol, it's about the blood's clarity and behavior, which starts in the liver. So instead of reaching first for blood thinners, ask, is my liver resilient or overworked? Foods to help it heal: turmeric, curcumin, its active compound, fights liver inflammation and helps regulate clotting factors. Sprouts and microgreens, rich in glutathione precursors supporting liver detox. Radishes promote bile flow, a key to flushing toxins. Artichoke tea, a centuries-old liver tonic that aids both digestion and detox. Forget only thinning the blood. Start by healing the filter that keeps it clean, your liver. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that curcumin supplementation lowered markers of liver inflammation and abnormal clotting. A vibrant liver is like a clear stream. It keeps what flows downstream pure and safe. For your brain, that matters more than you know. 6. Boost fiber and fermentation. A clean gut means clean blood. Clots from your colon? Sounds crazy, but makes total sense. We think of the gut as a digestive tube, but it's also a frontline gatekeeper for your bloodstream. An inflamed gut leaks, and what it leaks is toxic. This is called metabolic endotoxemia. When harmful bacterial fragments, especially lipopolysaccharides, cross a weakened gut barrier into your blood. Once inside, these endotoxins irritate the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your arteries, leading to chronic inflammation, damaged blood vessel walls, platelet activation, and microclots. In essence, a leaky, inflamed gut primes your blood vessels for stroke, especially when paired with poor diet and aging metabolism. So how do we seal the gut and protect the brain? Start with fiber and fermented foods. Sauerkraut restores beneficial bacteria, balances gut flora. Kefir, fermented milk full of probiotics and enzymes. Miso, rich in probiotics and supports gut lining integrity. Soaked flaxseed, high in mucilage fiber, coats and calms intestinal walls. Red amaranth, nutrient-dense and anti-inflammatory. Don't let your gut become a leak in your bloodstream. Make it your first line of defense. The cleaner your gut, the calmer your blood. And calm blood doesn't clot where it shouldn't. Your gut isn't just a digestive organ, it's a stroke prevention ally in disguise. 7. Reduce salt, add life. Your spice rack is medicine. Skipping the salt shaker at dinner might feel like a healthy choice, but here's the problem. Only 10 to 15% of your daily salt comes from what you add by hand. The other 70% hides inside processed foods, canned soups, breads, sauces, even breakfast cereals. It's silent, it's sneaky, and it stiffens your arteries over time. Excess sodium pulls water into your bloodstream, increases volume, and forces your heart to pump harder against narrowed vessels. Over years, this wear and tear becomes chronic hypertension, a major gateway to stroke. But here's the good news. You don't have to eat bland to eat better. You just need to retrain your tongue. Flavor doesn't have to come from sodium. It can come from nature. From spices that don't just taste good, but heal from within. Try roasted garlic, rich, earthy, and heart-friendly. Add turmeric, powerfully anti-inflammatory. Squeeze in lemon for tang and vascular tone. Drizzle olive oil for healthy fats. Toss in oregano or basil to brighten and protect. Want a simple stroke-friendly swap? Bake some potatoes with olive oil, a sprinkle of turmeric, a squeeze of lemon, and a pinch of thyme. It's comforting, flavorful, and medicinal all at once. Don't just lower salt, elevate flavor. Season your plate with ingredients that fight inflammation, calm your arteries, and make your food worth savoring. Your spice rack isn't just for cooking, it's your daily pharmacy. 8. Stay social, stay sharp. Loneliness is a silent stroke. Martha was 74 when she had her first warning stroke. It was mild, just some slurred words and dizziness. But it shook her. She lived alone, ate alone, watched TV alone. Her doctor prescribed medication. But it was the church walking group that changed her trajectory. Once a week, she joined a circle of women her age, walking and talking under the morning sun. Her blood pressure steadied, her sleep improved, and most importantly, so did her spirit. We often overlook loneliness as a health threat, but research shows it can be as damaging as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Social isolation quietly raises cortisol, the stress hormone, and lowers dopamine, the molecule of motivation and mood. Over time, this imbalance promotes inflammation, disrupts immune function, and weakens both heart and brain. In older adults, it's not just about company, it's about biological protection. People who feel connected tend to move more, eat better, sleep deeper, and show fewer markers of vascular damage. Community buffers the body against silent decline. You don't need a crowd, just a connection. Try morning check-in calls with a friend. Join an online prayer group. Sign up for a gentle yoga class or a community garden. Anything that gets you out of your head and into someone else's smile. Stroke prevention isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's social, it's choosing not to disappear from your own life. And sometimes saving your brain starts with simply showing up. 9. Check your heart rhythm daily. Detect AFib before it strikes you. Don't need a smartwatch. No complicated monitors. Just 2 fingers and 15 seconds. That's all it takes to catch a silent killer before it strikes. Atrial fibrillation, or AFib, is a common but often overlooked heart rhythm disorder, especially in people over 65. It's when the upper chambers of the heart quiver instead of beating steadily. Blood pools. Clots form. And if one of those clots travels to your brain, the result can be a life-altering stroke. The scariest part? 1/3 of people with AFib have no symptoms at all. No racing heart, no fluttering, nothing, until it's too late. But you can detect it right now. Place 2 fingers on your opposite wrist, find your pulse, close your eyes, count the beats for 15 seconds. But more importantly, feel the rhythm. Is it steady like a drum, or jumpy and chaotic like popcorn in a pan? If your pulse feels irregular, or you're unsure, don't panic, but don't ignore it. Ask your doctor for an ECG or even a simple portable monitor. AFib increases your risk of stroke by 5 times, according to the American Stroke Association. Yet early detection can lead to simple treatments, from lifestyle changes to medication, that drastically lower that risk. A few moments a day, a fingertip check, a habit that could save your life. Because stroke prevention isn't always about big moves. It's about small moments of awareness, repeated daily, that keep your future intact. Your heart speaks. It's time to start listening. 9 habits. None of them require prescriptions. None demand perfection. They're simple. They're free. And together, they form a powerful biological defense system designed for the years after 65, when every choice carries a little more weight. A warm glass of water in the morning, a bowl of honest breakfast, a few deep breaths, a steady sleep, a heart that beats in rhythm, a liver that filters well, a gut that doesn't leak, a table flavored with life. A voice on the other end of the line. These aren't just routines, they're reminders that you're still here, that your body is still fighting for you, and that healing doesn't always mean doing more. It often means doing what matters, more consistently. You don't need a revolution, just a glass of warm water, a calm heartbeat, restful sleep, and someone who reminds you to keep going. So here's your invitation. Share this video with someone you love. Someone you'd never want to lose overnight. A parent, a partner, a neighbor. Because prevention isn't selfish, it's a gift you give to the people who still need you around. If you can still think clearly, walk steadily, remember names, you've been given a gift. Protect it with small, consistent, healing habits. And if you're ready for more, we're here. Not just with tips, but with truth that doctors don't always have time to tell you. Because this isn't just about stroke prevention. It's about protecting everything that makes life worth living. Stay strong, stay aware, and above all, stay connected.